In previous sessions we have already seen we created for page for participant sign up and admin page also. So for the participant sign up we created this page for login and sign up. So this is the page for sign up page, and we have already seen how we are going to store this to the database. So this is for sign up, but what is for login page? So it should validate each and every person according to that. So what I'm going to create, I'm going to create another page, HTML page, participant login page for the login purpose of participants. In this we are going to pass only two fields, username and password. So what will happen, user or participants will add this inside this page, username and password, the given one, while signing up. So these will use VAPA, validate password, I am considering here, to validate each and every person's or participants during this. So this is about the login. This is very simple page, and I am using form method. We have already seen form method in admin page or admin scenario also. So as I told you, we already created this. I'm closing this now. So what will happen, once its login is done, it should proceed to the next page. So let us see how we can create VAPA Java servlet. So just a simple thing, go to source package, right click, then new and add servlet. While adding servlet, I'm again telling you have to tick mark the add to the web.xml file also, that servlet. So this is our VAPA page, I can say. So this is taking all the inputs or library. This is using libraries, all the libraries, and this is all about the VAPA and extents. You know about this part. It should throw the servlet exception and everything. And this is also important things inside writing the servlet. So what is it doing? It is fetching the data from HTML form. It is fetching the data from the HTML form. This is PA username and PA password. This is PA username and PA password. So what if login DAO dot validate? So what I am going to do, I am going to create another simple Java program to invoke these things. So, or we can say Java servlet, and I am going to use this as these are the public things. We can easily use this without using any object or something, because these are in the same package, which is default package. So no need to specify object and then go further. So N and P basically, this is username and password. I'm passing this, and this will proceed to participants event HTML. Simple. If no, stay on that page using rd.include. I'm going to tell what is include method also in further videos or further examples. And this is all about to stay on same page as sorry username and passwords are incorrect. I will put there and that's it about this, and I'm closing the connection out.close. So this is all about things like for validate, but now we are going to create a login DAO, or I can say login this to validate the password. So this is very important method. I'm going to use this. So just create another method. Due to time constraint, I'm going to explain this. I already created this method, so I will tell and I will explain this part. So inside this source package, you have to right click, then create Java servlet and invoke the login DAO method. So let us see how we can create this method. Here our need is just Java SQL, no need to invoke anything. Then it should be Boolean, because I am going to pass Boolean value as a status, or we can say true or false. If it's true, it will pass. If it's false, it will show the error. It is very simple, as we can see. So I created one method, public static boolean validate, as it is validate boolean method. String username. Now remember, what is this username? As I told you, this is very important things in this. It should not be any different things. Why I am using this specific names here? So if you know that while creating table in a CMD, I will print this select star from p login details. You can see our fields are username like this, password is like this, and name like this. So I'm just storing the name. I'm not using the name. I'm going to use username. So this and these are very important. Hence, I am using similar things inside this, which is username and password as a fields, or I can say the arguments, parameters. So this is very simple thing I'm going to use. So these are the parameters and to pass the username and password here. First, create boolean variable. I'm setting to status is equal to false. First, it should be false. It should not be always true. So I'm passing this false. Then I want to access the database. So for accessing the database, I'm using this class for .name Oracle JDBC driver. This is a very simple thing to invoke the class in this. So I'm asking for the connection, driver manager, and this, and I'm passing with username of database and password of the database, that particular user. You can create one another string for this and you can directly put that strings also here, but I'm just passing directly here because the program is very short. Then I'm considered a prepared statement. So in the previous cases, like okay, store p to store the participants, you can see we are creating create statement and the statements and we are executing the query. But in this, what I'm going to do, I already create a prepared statement. What is the difference between the this and this? So this is, we can say, the instant statement. It's need not to execute something to execute that query, or we can say we can invoke it very advanced things inside this. As this store p, what is it's doing is just executing that query and it's just forwarding. But in this, I want to create everything and each and every statement. So what is doing? It's create a prepared statement ps, this statement, select star from p login details where username is this question mark. So what is the thing between question mark? The question mark specifies the line numbers, or we can say 1, 2, 3 sequential numbers here. So I don't know what is the sequential number of this. It can be 2000 also. As the 2000 position of the row, usernames appears again, like inside the CMD, as you can see. This is the first name. I know this is first and this is second. But while putting all the names, all the usernames, the username can be this third and this can be become fourth password. So for that purpose, I am putting question marks there because I don't know the specific position of that. So username and password, it's selecting. So ps.string 1/username and for 2 for the password. So it's invoked like that, 1 for username, 2 for password. If the username comes at third position, then password becomes at the fourth position. So Java program will take care of that. Then the result set rs is equal to p8.execute query to execute this. If and status rs.next to provide the further, like go to further one, then third position, then check odd number position and then even number position for the username and password. I'm closing the connection, I'm accepting this exception, and I'm returning the status. As this is boolean, I have to return something, so I'm returning the status. So this is all about the login DA or login credentials or login informations. So inside this, while validating, it should validate our PA username and PA password. So this is all about how we can create participants login scenario using sign up. So let us see. I will build this project first to check whether there are some errors or not. If there are errors, we have to debug some things here. So as you can see, Java database DB process is started and Glassfish server is running now. So this will boot up your every program inside this servlet and it will throw your output to your default browser and it will show you automatically. So every time while you are running this first time after opening this, it has to build and clean build, and then it will execute. So you can see all the frameworks are distributing, then visiting unvisited reference, then it will show everything, virtual server and everything. So it will take time to load everything. So now you can see this page is now loaded, and this is all about we created the event portal. So let us see how we can go to the participants login page. So we already know how we can create sign up. Now we have to move to the participants login. So this is about the participants login. So let us go to CMD, and we know that our username is J101 and password is 1234. Let us see if we put this, what is happened. J10101 and 1234. Submit. So as you can see, I already created the further page for this. So I moved to the further page, which is basically participants page for event registration and everything. I already created that page, but inside IDE, while you are deploying, you can see we created participants event email HTML. If you are not created this page, it will throw the 404 error basically. But for the time constraint, I already created everything page inside this. So inside this, I created participants event page. So this is all about the participants event and everything. So what inside this we created? We participants sign up, participants login, validating the participants and login. So what will happen exactly? So inside the Java program, it will fetch that username is this, password for this is this. So while validating this, it will check both. For that username, password should be same. Like that, likewise that, it will execute everything inside this. So as you can see, we are using do post method. So there are two methods inside this, do post and do get. Let us see what is the difference between them. So this is all about the get and post method. So in case of get method, only limited amount data can be sent to the header. But inside the post, we can set large amount of data. Like you can create any amount of HTML tags and anything inside post, but inside get, you have to execute at least 2-3 only. You cannot proceed with further. So get request is not secured because data is exposed on URL bar. As you can see, I want to store inside the Chrome, as you can see, let us show. It is not showing anything, your participants login or anything. But while you are using the get method, it will show everything like your username this and password is this. So this is very insecure method. So this is very important. To post method is very secure. But while using some simple things, like I want to fetch the data, just want to fetch data from database and I want to show you, I want to declare everything, you can use get method. Get request can be bookmarked, but what is bookmark method means you can invoke it again and again, but post method you cannot invoke it again and again, only one time you can use. Get request is idempotent. Idempotent means if second request will be ignored when first request is delivered. Like you cannot ask for too many get methods, but inside post method you can ask for too many same post methods. Get request is more efficient and used more than post. Like inside our project for login and everything, I want to create one secure scenario, so I use post method here, not a get method. As you can see inside this IDE, I used mostly post method for login also, or store password also, everything I used here post method, because for the login and everything I need to create one secure environment. If I use do get method, what will happen exactly inside Chrome? As you can see, for the login, it will pass like username is this and password is this for that purpose. As we know, we are creating some things here. You can also go with some encrypted password methods or everything, but it's very complicated programming. For the simple programming, what you can do, you can create just do post method to secure every environment, because it's not showing your username and password inside the URL bar. So this is all about the things while do post method. So what is do post or do get method? used to invoke the request. So we want to create request, so we use here do post or do get method. In 2-3 cases in further scenarios, I will tell you how we can use do get method. So get request is more efficient. As you can see, it takes too much less time than do post method. Do post method takes too much time to invoke it and run everything inside the Java program. So this is all about the do post method. Other than the do post method, we have too many things, get parameters inside this, but in further scenarios, I will tell you how we can create servlet request interface. So in this case, we created everything related to do get and do post method.